So how long have you been learning this language?
Well, to be honest, I've been learning on like English language around 6 to 7 months.
That's good. So is this your first conversation of today, or you have made already conversations?
Well, today is my first conversation.
So okay, so what are your hobbies basically?
Well, like whenever I will get some free time, so I just try to learn English. And apart from this, I just play badminton and do yoga and like spend time with my friends and family. So this kind of things I usually do.
That is great. So apart from speaking part, are you focusing on any other part like listening, reading, or writing?
Yeah, like always I try to work on the four pillars: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So like as much I can, I'm just trying to improve.
That is great. Like, yeah, it's somewhere help you, these four pillars are very important to improve the English language. So I also focusing on two pillars of them. Like, first is the speaking and second is listening part. So, in these part, I'm working on currently. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So what kind of content would you like to listen?
Sometimes I watch, like most of the time, I watch podcast. You might have heard about Ranveer Alavadia, Beer Biceps. Have
Right.
you heard? So I watch his podcast, and apart from that, I like to watch conversational videos and cartoons also. Yeah,
Oh, great. So did you try any kind of platform like such as English Yari, Clapingo?
not yet, not yet, but yeah, I will definitely think in future to have conversations in those apps also.
Okay, that's great. And what about the grammar part?
Yeah, sometimes I watch. You know, you might have heard about the English with Chandan sir on
Right,
YouTube. So I
right.
watch his videos on not on daily basis, but oftenly I watch his videos. So his videos help me a lot
Okay.
for my grammar knowledge. I watch his videos.
Yeah, that's great.
So what about you? Are you focusing on your grammar also?
Like, yes, grammar like is very important. We can't deny this truth. But nowadays I'm just focused on the basic grammar, like tenses. So this kind of exercise I'm doing right now. Not like doing PhD in grammar, only just basic grammar.
Okay, that is great. So how much conversation have you made? How many conversation have you made so far?
Well, to be honest, like almost 30 to 40.
So I have seen you first time on this group. You
Oh,
you are not regular on this group?
actually, I had a fever last 2 weeks, so I was not like in touch in group. So that's why today I feel quite well. So I thought that I should to practice. So that's why I'm here.
That's great. Nice. So yeah, the gaps are very bad. Like we should be consistent enough towards learning anything. Not I'm not talking about just this language, but in everything we should be consistent enough.
Right.
Like I remember, I had 7 days, almost 7 days of gap recently, and when I come back after those gaps, and I felt very bad. I fell in very bad condition. I was fumbling. I was feeling nervous after coming back after those gaps. So we should just avoid these gaps and like that's why
Yeah.
I just try to have at least one conversation in a day. Like
Yeah.
that's what I do.
So like how many session have you uploaded on your channel?
For around 50.
So
Yeah,
how was your experience? Like
yeah,
what
it
kind of
was.
challenges and changes have you seen in yourself?
Changes I have seen a lot, like before, like I have pre-recorded video, which I have recorded 1 to 2 years ago. If I watch those videos and if I just watch recent videos, then I can see a drastical, changes in myself. At that time, now I'm quite a bit comfortable with this language, and
Again, your screen is stuck.
Yeah, right now it is fine.
Yeah, now it's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, a challenge. If I talk about the challenges, then when I had my first conversation, then I felt very nervous. It was a kind of horrifying, you know, uh, it was a horrifying experience for me at the time. And I felt very nervous at the time. When you start something for the first time, like I had not interacted with anyone before that, but this was the very first time that I was interacting with anyone, that too in English language. So that was quite a bit challenging for me, but somehow I overcome that. And as I started having conversation, and the fear started going down, and yeah, that's how I conquer my fear of talking with people.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it happens of everyone, it's a natural process. That part of time I started, so I faced this kind of problem too.
Yeah, right, actually. So, like when you had your first conversation.
Well, it's like maybe I think 4 months ago, like 4 months ago, my first
Yes,
conversation.
that's great. So, are you using any other application apart from this?
Like yes, apart from this application, I'm using one application is Josh Talk application. It's a audio call process. So I'm just doing whenever I get some free time.
That is great. And the one thing is about this is Skype application is that it consumes a lot of data. When you have conversation with audio call, then it is fine. But when you have conversation on a video call, that it consumes a lot of data. Like
Right.
right now, yeah, right now I'm staying in a hostel, so it is not concerning for me. Like when I'm in at my home, then yeah, my whole of data goes into all these conversations only.
Right. I know that.
Yeah, sometimes I run out of I run out of my data by the time of evening happens. Okay. So, so are you anything? What I was asking. Yeah. So, are you following any another strategy apart from the listening or writing or any other?
Well, I would say like whenever like whatever come thoughts in my mind, so I just try to convert in English. So this kind of exercise I'm doing, like not always, but I'm just trying to improve it. It's just not an overnight process that I know, but yeah, I'm trying to
Right.
like improve as much I can.
Okay, right now, like as you are interacting with me right now, so whenever you are talking with me, so are you translating sentences at that time, but or you just trying whatever come in your head?
Well, whatever come thoughts in my mind, I just try to like speak. That's it. I don't translate any kind of words.
Uh, like in the beginning of my journey, I used to do that. Like I used to translate the sentences, and it used to consume a lot of time of mine. So right now I'm just overcoming that you know problem right now. So
So like by the way, like who inspired you to learn English? Like what is the story behind?
actually no one inspired me, like I'm a self-inspired. But yeah, there is a kind of story. It might affected me, I think. Like let me just say that, like my one fine day my brother was talking with his uh, his employees and boss in English language. So I was just observing him. So that was it seems like a kind of cool for me. Like it is a very cool thing to do. So I just thought, why should not also I learn this language? But I was not, serious about this language at the time. So I
Yeah.
didn't have the even idea that how would I start and how would I learn this language. But I had somewhere thought in back of my head, like I had to learn this language. So when I entered in my graduation, then I thought of learning this language. But even then, I was not serious. But yeah, this went on for years and years. But for I think 4 months ago, since 4 months ago, I have been speaking this language. So uh, 4 months ago, I took to stand for myself. I said no. Now no more delays. I have to learn this language. So I started learning this language since then.
So that, so like, would you like to any suggestion like to improve writing skill?
To be frank, I have never done this. Like I have never written any diary or like I have never done this in my life. So I do not have idea about the writing.
So do you think it is important or not?
Yeah, of course it is important basically, but I have never done this, so I cannot tell you the experience about it. So you have done this, so you might have some experiences regarding this. I have just focused on my listening part and speaking part of it.
Yeah, that is very good. No, like I'm just like write down only one page, like whatever come thoughts in my mind. So I just write it down, like my ends, my goals. So this kind of activities I do. So I'm just generally asking.
Yeah, that is great. And sometimes I read book also, like sometimes, more oftenly I use. Yeah. Do you have any question?
No more question. I have already asked.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah.
Wish you very good luck your English journey. Have a great
Uh,
day.
thank you. Thank you. Bye.